Hey everyone, today we're on this section of road and we found a very, very big blockage. The culvert pipe itself is big enough that I can comfortably go and walk inside it to unclog it. That's the good news. We don't know where the beavers live. Look at this grass, it's really tall. It looks really pretty too. Look at that, it's turning pink, all the seeds. But on the other side of the road, we have a trash rack, which is supposed to stop the beavers from building a dam in the middle of the pipe. But here's what the beavers have done. You just saw on that end, there was no water, nothing coming out of it. But if we look in the pipe is halfway full of water. It's because there's a dam inside the pipe after the trash rack. So first I'm gonna try to remove this trash rack, just pull the whole thing out of there if I'm able to, if I have the strength to pull the trash rack out of there. Then I wanna go in there, remove the internal dam, then hopefully remove this one also, both while standing on the inside. That's what I'm hoping to do here. That's my goal. I'm hoping to rip this trash rack out. Then this should all drain back. See this large grassland? This area is supposed to be water, the rest of that's not. That grass back there is all eventually gonna die from being flooded out. But you can see on the edge, these little tiny bushes. At one point, this thing was flooded up to the road by the beavers where it killed off everything and it was a big pond. You see back there's some old skeleton trees right in the center. This used to all be a forest before the beavers originally flooded it out. Now let's try to get this trash rack off. All right, everyone, this thing is built to be lifted off by an excavator. Will I be able to do it? It's budging. Kinda. This is gonna create a little bit of flow inside the pipe. Try to push from this side. All right, here it comes, I think. Looks like there's another culvert pipe here, a little plastic one that's in the way. This used to be a flag so they could find it. Almost. Almost got it. There we go. I'll put that thing back in once we unclog it. Now I gotta go inside with the headlamp. All right, everyone. I'm gonna go down inside the culvert pipe now. Look right here. Here's that tiny culvert I was talking about. It's got a little bit of trickle. Never seen a culvert pipe like this. I wonder, is it like made out of recycled plastic? Because look, it's a solid inch-thick plastic pipe, not corrugated. And look at the weird stuff it's got stuck all over it from molding. Is that like a recycled plastic pipe? Can we see inside? Yeah, there's a little blockage, it looks like. If we zoom in, can you see up there? We'll maybe look into opening that too, once we get the big one out. There's a couple things right here on the end of this pipe. I can tell if I can't get out of this big pipe from the entrance, I'm probably gonna get soaked on my way back out because This plunge pool's already pretty deep. Actually, the dam doesn't look as bad. Now that I'm in here, looks pretty good. Yeah, I bet we'll be able to get this one pretty quickly. All right, everyone, camera number 2 is going. Woo! All right, I got a magnetic, really big light in here so we can see what we're doing. Entering the pipe. It's a 4-foot culvert. I have to duck a lot. But it should be pretty easy. It looks pretty easy. I don't see any spiders. All right, put the big camera light up on the ceiling. Put you guys up on the ceiling, flip you around. Here we go. Now let's get to it. These beavers use some of the dead trees. Look at that. Some big logs coming out. Oh. Another big piece of tree. They're using driftwood to make this one. I'm thinking the logging company put the grade up after this was already created. Nothing about this was new. Kind of smells like a skunk in here. We actually found a dead skunk once in a culvert. I'm just cleaning up the end of it so the grate can go back nicely. A bit of stuff still on the bottom. Maybe 10% of the dam is still existing. The water's going slower because the plunge pool filled up. And it also looks like the culvert's not pitched correctly. There's more air down there than here. But there's still a decent current, which is good. I'm going to work a little bit from the outside. Making sure we got a good spot to put the grate back. Yep, still some sticks on the bottom. Working on getting up. Look at that. Another big chunk of driftwood. Oh, I think there's another one. Yep, that's an entire tree stump. Look at that. It's stuck. And there's a leech on it. Put my rake to the side. Ugh. That's a whole tree stump. What's this? Oh, that's the tree stump. It didn't move yet. Almost down to the bottom. Got a couple more sticks and garbage. We gotta get up off the bottom. Going good. As the plunge pool fills up, and also because the culvert, I can tell, is not angled correctly. Yet that big stump made it through. I'm not crashing into it anywhere. Oh, there it goes. Maybe camera number 2 saw that. The big stump just came out. All right. Now it's much easier for me to leave through the entrance because the plunge pool is now going to be flooded out. Now we're going to see if we can do anything about this little baby pipe. Only if I can reach it with my rake. And I'm unsure about that at the moment. All right, everyone, I'm gonna put my big flashlight inside of this little teeny pipe. We gotta see, is that blockage we were witnessing close to the end? Or is it in there a bit? Okay, to be honest, it looks like it's blocked from the entrance 10 feet deep. It's a very big beaver dam. So I don't know if we'll be able to get that thing out of there or not. I'll give it a try, unsure though. All right, everyone, so this culvert pipe here is weird. It looks like it's recycled plastic, which is interesting. You can tell, it's a cool noise. It's a lot stronger than a regular plastic pipe. Yeah, so there's a bunch of debris here. Look at all that muck. We'll push it through the other pipe. That's really stinky too. Wait, did we get it to go? No. Me pushing made it suck for a moment and I got excited. No. Yeah, there's a blockage in this one 10, 20 feet deep. And I don't think me doing this like a plunger's gonna help. It's a very smooth pipe. It doesn't even have corrugation. If we could stick something really long in there, maybe. It's got a little bit of current. I bet I could plunge it. I wish I had like a 5-gallon bucket to ram back and forth at the beginning. But I don't. The big one's open though. We're gonna go ahead and get that grate back in there. I'm gonna clean the grate up a little bit. This thing is super heavy duty. Very heavy. And look at that, there's a bunch of earthworms there in the muck. I got some mosquitoes biting me too. I didn't put bug spray on my ears and stuff. So I think, it smells like rotten snails, that mud. I think this was put here afterwards, after the logging company had a beaver problem. I think they just left the dam in there, didn't notice it, didn't care about it. The grate actually is literally covered in hundreds of little land snails. There's baby snails all over it. Put this thing back in. This one even has little feet so it can't fall over. All right, it's in there as good as it's gonna get with that excavator damage. All right, everyone, we got it going nice again. That is a very interesting, good idea with the plastic pipe. I wish they'd make more of them like that. like make it out of a whole bunch of plastic that they claim can't be recycled, just melt it into something super duper thick like that. And it'll never get crushed. It just has a little beaver dam in the middle of it, unfortunately. So here's what the beginning of the pipe looked like before. And here's what it looks like after. Got a nice songbird. All right. Over on the other side. Oh, wow. I hope that's on camera. It pushing over all the grass. Wow. Look at that. When we started, that wasn't all pushed over into a riverbed. It was like a wall of grass. Oh, I hope that's on camera number 2. That is awesome. All the grass got pushed over. Here's all these pieces of driftwood I was talking about. A big stump. Here's what the exiting end of the pipe looked like before. And here's what it looks like after. Just totally awesome. I hope today's video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take a look at how bad the road is right here. This is what beavers do to the roads when their dams are left unchecked for a long time. This is all rutted up because they're logging right down the road, and heavy log trucks really destroy this. At least it's not that muddy. I'm not worried about getting stuck. I'm just going really slow because the logging company, so their big heavy trucks don't get stuck, they jam a bunch of logs in it, and it's like driving over railroad tracks without ballast. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's awful. Awful, awful mud. And look, it just keeps on going. To the left, that big mound you're seeing is a beaver dam. And there's a beaver pond over there. The road level wasn't enough for the beavers, so they made their dam go all the way down the road. You see that? Hundreds of feet long, this beaver dam, because they wanted a couple extra feet of depth in their pond. And now the beaver dam has little leaks all over the place, keeping the road constantly wet, creating all this nasty mud. And at this point, you need an excavator. There's no way you're gonna get to that culvert pipe, because not only is the culvert pipe buried, but there's a 3-foot beaver dam on top of it. There's a bunny rabbit up there, right next to this trickle of water caused by the beavers. There goes the bunny. There's a big beaver lodge over there. Take a look at this pump trailer right here. That's really cool. They had a fire hose hooked up to it. It's running down there in the creek where the culvert is. That's how they must fill up that tanker truck we passed on the road earlier to stop the roads from getting too dusty.